In this video, I'm going to show you how to group and ungroup shapes in Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to go onto the left-hand side in my toolbar. I'm going to grab the rectangle tool, and I'm just going to draw two rectangles. And then when I'm finished, on the left-hand side, I'm going to go back up to my selection tool, which is the arrow usually always on the top or the top left. Now, independently, I can move these two shapes around, and they are two independent shapes. But sometimes you want the shapes to connect together. Maybe I want to make this kind of shape. And now if I just wanted to move the whole thing together, I would have to move them separately. And that is not what I want to do. So to group shapes together, what I do is I take my cursor, and I'm going to click and drag, I call it an invisible box, over top of all the shapes that I want to group together. And when I let go, both shapes are selected. Now if I click on one, I can move it, and you see how they're attached. But if I click away and go back to move it, they're not permanently attached. So to get them to be permanently attached, I select both shapes. And on my right-hand side in the properties, at the very bottom, there's a quick action. It's called Group, which says it combines the selected objects into a group. If this button doesn't appear, I could always right-click on my shapes, and I can choose Group from here. Now, when I move one shape, both of them move. And if I click away and then move this single shape again, notice how they're still connected together. The nice thing about grouping is if I'm resizing them, they resize together. Now be careful when resizing. Hold the Shift button in to keep the same shape, because if you don't hold the Shift button in, you could get vastly different shapes. That might not be what you are looking for. Now, if you are finished with them being a group, if you only want to resize one side, not the other, I can click on these, and again, on the right-hand side, I can click Ungroup, or I could right-click and choose Ungroup. Now, you will first have to click away from the image, then click back on to change one feature. And then if you want to regroup them together, you can just draw the box and choose Group, and they're grouped back together.